1.25 spade bit.
Welcome to the Den of Tools.
Hi ho, guys and gals, it's Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, back again here in the old Den of Tools. And today we are going to give you a pause-on review of the Fanttik, I don't know how to pronounce it, cordless screwdriver here. This is what I call the style of drill driver. I call the kitchen junk drawer driver. What this is this is the one you're going to have in the house for when you don't want to go out to the shop and get out all your good tools and anything else. The one you're going to let the missus and the cubs and whoever use, or you just want to do some light work around the house. There's a loose screw in a cabinet. You're going to hang something. You're going to put together some IKEA furniture, whatnot, and you don't want to have to, again, drag out the good stuff. This is the one for having around the house. So let's get pause on. Before we jump into all the little details and everything, let's get pause on and show you exactly how well this performs or doesn't. So here we have the Fanttik box, and I believe you've been expecting me. So I look at this, and it took me a second to figure out what they're talking about here. They're talking about the torque settings and what you're supposed to use it on. 1, you want to use it on apparently drones. 2 is going to be on electronics. 3, skateboards and chairs. 4 is on larger furniture. 5 is on bikes and heavier furniture. And 6 is for apparently construction grade. One thing that surprised me about this is when they sent this to me, I'd never heard of the company. And then I look at this, and I'm reading it over. Right here, that's Aki. But let's take a look at it. Then, it has this nice little case that it comes with. Nothing fantastic about it, but it's nice, it's clean, it's compact. And here is the tool itself. It's interesting. First pull takes a second for it to wake up, and it's going, and it has this thing where they talk about it being digital. 1, 2, 3, if you can see that, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just a quick note, the display doesn't flash like that in person in real life. That is an issue between the display's refresh rate and the frame rate of the camera, creating that illusion. It's a solid number. You don't see any of that. It's a decent display, except for what I note later. Forward, reverse, forward. And the speed is variable based on the trigger. You can get going pretty slow there. Let me see here. Oh, come on. Pretty good control, and you have 2 fingers on the trigger there, so that helps. And now it's got a smart chuck. What that means is that when you insert something, you just press it in and it locks. Then you pull it out to unlock it, and it stays pulled out like that. If you watch the chuck as it gets put in there again, you see how it sits like that. Anyway, you have 3 hex, 4 Phillips, a single slotted head, and 4 star bits. Plus you get the extended Phillips, and you get the socket driver, as well as, and it is USB-C, plugs right into the base of the unit. It's, as far as the ergonomics, it's not bad, but it's not fantastic. They did not try super hard to make this a very comfortable drill. This is kind of textured here, so that helps. The rest of it's fairly slick. You got the triple light on the front. As you see, we got our screws here. We're going to put these to task and see how they work. All right, we got 3 basic screws. We're going on. That's one thing, look at this. In sunlight, that is next to impossible to see. We're on 6. Let's try it on 1 and see what we get. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. All right, we'll try 2. Look at that, perfect flush mount. Let's go for 3. Let's step it all the way up to 6. Well, it had some power behind it. I'm honestly surprised about that. Let's see what else we got. All right, now we got some 2.5 inch. Try this again on torque speed 1. Yeah, that's as much as we're getting. Let's jump it up to 3. What if we go down to 2? Nope, not quite. And let's try it 6. Yep. The torque settings apply in reverse as well. Okay, enough with reasonable expectations as to what this thing can do. Let's get a little silly with it. Let's start with this. Let's start with this one. We'll see if we can handle this. If we can handle that, we'll move on from there. We're gonna start in torque setting 3. Yep, that didn't happen. Let's jump it up to 6. Well, we're not setting any records, but it did the job. Can it do it? Okay, I'm gonna say probably not, but nope. It stopped. Round 2. Well, it ain't pretty, but it did it. 1.25 inch spade bit. Yeah, that's a big no. Okay, and after all this, it's still showing it's at 4 bars. And that was on speed 6. Alrighty, what did you think about the Fanttik there? As I said, for a cordless, kitchen screwdriver around the house kind of thing, it did okay. It didn't do too bad. I was honestly surprised at the level of torque. I was also surprised at how well the torque setting reacted to, stopping the device or stopping the screws as they were going into the wood. Seemed like it worked fairly well. And high end torque on it seemed to be fairly decent for what you're getting here. Now that said, what exactly is this? Here's a great little exploded view of the Fanttik here, and it's a compact. They call it a rare earth motor. It means that they're using neodymium magnets is all. The Hercules uses neodymium magnets. It's not really high tech or anything, but it does get you a lot of power in a small package. Now, as far as the digital, because they really push the fact it's the first digital screwdriver or whatever. I was not impressed with the digitalness on it. It works fine, but the one thing you lack is, if you're used to real power tools, is the tactile feedback from when you switch over from forward and reverse and you change stuff. The buttons don't have a lot of throw on it, so you're not really sure quite often. Maybe you saw in the video where I'm not exactly sure if I've pressed the button, and I got to double check it and see if I've actually done anything. But I don't know. Be it as it may, for what it is, it worked. Now, where do you buy something like this? Well, it's an Indiegogo option. Or not an option. You have to go to Indiegogo to buy it. Now, hold your horses. Because I know a lot of you are like, Indiegogo, Kickstarter, they're all scams, blah, 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 blah. Here's the thing. Fanttik is, I'm always hesitant because I'm not exactly sure how they pronounce it. Fanttik is not the actual company. It's Aki. Now, if you guys know who Aki is, they're a company that started off, along with Anchor, making high-end, really reliable USB cables and accessories. And in fact, they've actually sent stuff to the channel for review before. I use an Aki cable in my truck every day, mostly because my wife stole my DeWalt cable. And yes, DeWalt does make USB cables, or at least OEMs them. But they've got a lot of great products. I use a lot of their stuff, honestly. I switch back and forth between Anchor and Aki, whoever's got the best solution at the best price at the time. As far as I'm concerned, they're interchangeable. Aki does seem to have a lot more of the cool, gadgety kind of stuff. They've got the new, AirPod-like earbuds and stuff. But they've got really, really reliable accessories and USB devices. That said, this is a company that's been around for a long time, so I wouldn't be freaked out by buying it from Indiegogo, because clearly this is not a demo product. This is not a prototype that they sent me. This is a production product. They're ready to ship. They're just using Indiegogo to get the name out there and to get some pre-sales on it. That said, they have two items. They have the Nex LL1 Pro and the Nex L1. And here's really the difference between them. They're very similar. They both have the same kind of smart chuck, shark chuck, whatever you want to call in there. Variable speed control is yes on the Pro, no on the L1. The L1 is just on or off, which means on the Pro you get 0 to 220 RPM, and on the L1 you get just 320. That's it. Now the max torque. Max torque on the Pro is 6, and that's Newton meters. A Newton meter is a measure of torque. It's 1 Newton of force at 1 meter perpendicular to the pivot of the torque of what's rotating. And it's a very standard technical measurement. The L1, just the base one, has 5 Newton meters. And I think the difference is the motor and the speed controller they have in the Pro. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot of difference. The Pro has 6 torque settings. It goes from 0.5 to 6, whereas the L1's got 5 settings from 0.5 to 5. Neodymium motor. I guess they both have the neodymium motor. And the battery is listed as a Samsung 2000 milliamp in the Pro, and just a no-name 2000 milliamp in the basic. Both have digital displays. But here's the price. The Pro, as tested, as you've seen in the video here, is $49, and the basic one is going to be $40. So $50 versus $40 essentially. And look at this. They come in all sorts of delicious colors there. We got rose red, matcha green, moon gray, midnight blue, and moon gray. Oh, the moon gray copies. So there's only 2 colors for the L1 Pro, 3 colors for the basic one. And here's the case as we saw it. Now, they do offer a bunch of accessories that you can add in as well. They have a 43-piece bit set for $22, a carry bag for $9, a 96-in-1 manual precision set. I don't know what that's doing in there, for $30, and the accessory kit with bag for $31. I'm guessing you can probably find a bit set that's more extensive than that for less money. But, if that's the way you want to go, that is on you. As to the pricing, the full accessory pack there's $80. That seems a bit high for me, which is why I would recommend avoiding the carrying bag and their little bit set there. But if you are interested, the LX1, the basic set is $39, and the Pro set is $49. Now I know you're going to sit there and say, but Bear, I can get a Ryobi, or I can get a Bauer, or a whole bunch of other inexpensive drill drivers. They use a battery pack in the whole 9 yards at that price. Yes, you can. They're not going to be digital. And let's be honest, that is really not worth anything. The fact of the matter is, it's slim. It's going to sit in a drawer. It's got USB-C charging. This is made for in the house, that sort of thing. And honestly, at 0.65 nanometers, they really go into this a lot. And I don't know why they keep showing drones. They keep showing people working on their drones. If you have to work on your drones that much, maybe you should work more on your flying and less on buying tools for your drones. Anyway, there are some very light precision kind of stuff where I could see this being useful. I've done a lot of stuff with electronics over the years, and I can appreciate that. But where I think this thing kills it, as I said, is around the house. Working on your PC, doing light duty repair work, putting together IKEA furniture, working on your bike, and I don't see anybody ever really using this for testing it by how many. That's what it's for. Level 6 is clearly for just testing, because why else would you be driving that many screws? I don't know. I certainly wouldn't be. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. Is this something you find interesting? I am going to say this. If you are interested, you want to make sure you make it this Sunday to the Tool Talk Live Sunday night with Jeff and the missus and the Labradog and the Cubs and whoever shows up. And you may get a chance, if I remember, to give this away. I said I'm trying to do more of the giveaways, but I don't want to talk about it until the end of the show. I don't want to put it up. I don't want to advertise it because we don't want to attract a whole bunch of just freebie seekers, people who aren't really fans of the channel and stuff. We want to, do the stuff for the people who are real fans. Anyway, let me know what you think of this tool here. Let me know if this is something you'd be interested in. Do you want to see more stuff like this covered? Just comment down below. Anyway, that's all the Bear has for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.